Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. This one is super exciting because later today I will be flying out to go and see my boyfriend for our 1-year anniversary and for Valentine's Day and all that fun stuff. So because we are long distance, we don't get to see each other as much. But since we're making 1 year of being together and dating, I'm gonna go fly down there and stay with him and just, have a good time, right? So this is the fit for us for today. We still have some errands that we have to run before my flight, which is later today at like 5. So I have a lot that I need to do before. I'm getting a few last minute gifts for him. I'm also getting some last minute stuff for myself that I need to pack. And then just running errands before I actually fly out of town. So we're gonna go and do all of those things and then hop on a plane and skedaddle. But I want to take y'all for the ride, take y'all for the journey, because it is definitely gonna be one today. I can already feel that. So let's get this party started. Alright, so the tolls are done. I literally started to record my feet and I was like, wait, you don't give away feet pics for free over here. So I decided not to record my feet. But I got my tolls done and now I'm headed to the chiropractor. I go to the chiropractor, like, I'm supposed to be going now, like, once a week. So before I head out of town, I'm gonna go to the chiropractor. So that'll be like my one time that I've gone for the week. Yeah. So that's where I'm headed now. And then let's just start with that. Let's just get to the chiropractor and then we can figure the rest of this stuff out. I am on a time crunch. So it's 11:10 right now and my flight leaves at 5:10. So what is that? It's 6 hours till I get on a plane and go see my mans. So we're about to get the rest of the stuff done. I don't have too much to do. I just want to make sure that I have enough time to get back home to get back home to get to the airport at a decent time, with checking in and not feeling super rushed and all that stuff. So the plan is to be there by 3, or to leave my house at 3, or 2, more so 2:30 than 3 o'clock, and then see what happens from there. But I just don't like to feel rushed going to the airport because it's already stressful for me going to the airport and I'm going by myself. This is not the first trip I've taken by myself, but I guess it kind of is. Yeah, this is the first trip I've taken by myself where I haven't gone with like family or friends anywhere. So I just don't want to be stressed out by getting to the airport later than I probably should. So I'm also hoping that the weather doesn't affect the flight today. So where my boyfriend lives at, it's snowing pretty badly. And not bad, but snowing enough to where it could change like the flight and stuff like that. And so I got an email from the airline the other day talking about how just like to be prepared that the flight might be changing. And I was like, okay. So I was just praying. I was like, Lord, please let me just get there and be able to get back. It can snow while I'm there and all that, but let me be able to get there and then get home. So we'll see what happens. But so far there haven't been any delays or flight changes regarding going and still leaving at 5 today. So hopefully it stays that way. But like I said, I have a bunch of stuff that I have to do before then. So we're gonna try to get all this stuff done, and in a timely manner so I can get back home to finish packing and then head out to go to the airport. And by finished packing, yes, I did start packing today. I could have packed a couple of days ago, but yes, I am a last minute packer, but my boyfriend hates it. And I feel like I'm not the only one, because when I pack on the day that I'm leaving, if it's not like extremely late, like with how my flight is today, how it's a later flight, like I packed this morning, or I began packing this morning. And so I'm like, that way I can make sure that I have everything, because I'm just putting it in the bag like as I go. That's just how I think. If you are like a late packer, let me know, so I don't feel like I'm crazy by being the one that prefers to pack either the night before I leave or the day of me leaving. I just feel like that's more convenient. Why? I don't think I have a real reason, other than the fact that I don't think I would forget anything if I pack it all the day that I leave or the night before I leave. But if you're a late packer like myself, comment that down below, and don't let me be the only one, or let me feel like I'm the only one that packs late. But let's get to this chiropractor appointment and go from there. I'm just here to get correct.
You've been to the joint before?
I have, yes.
Okay, what's that?
Nia.
Nia.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel?
Yes.
On the wellness plan.
Yes.
Did you have preference on doctor today?
I do not. But I wanted to know, how do you get one of those scanny things?
You need one?
Can I get one? Okay, cool.
Forget to give you one?
Yeah.
That's okay. I get you.
Y'all, the way I feel like I was given a new body every single time I come out of the chiropractor is actually insane. And it just feels so good. It was great. I forgot, or didn't forget, but I was gonna ask if I could record in there, but it kind of all just happened really fast, which is something I really like about the Joint Chiropractic center, is that you're literally in and out of there super fast. Like, let's see, I got here at 11:30 and it's 11:36. Like, I go, I check in. Excuse me, music. I went in, I checked in, and then literally I get called to the back, and then that's it. So, something I really like about the Joint. So if y'all need a chiropractor to go to, find your local Joint, and hopefully you can go there and have all of your back problems solved. Hence why I did go, because I have back problems. So now I am off to the mall. I think I'm making decent time. I was 15 minutes behind the schedule that I originally planned for myself, but I forgot how fast it goes at the chiropractor. So now I'm kind of back on schedule. So I'm gonna drive out to the mall because I'm getting one and potentially more gifts for my boyfriend for our anniversary, for Valentine's Day, before I actually fly out there. So I'm gonna go to the mall for that. I'm gonna get some last minute stuff for myself, and then hopefully we can stay on schedule to get back home in time to finish packing to go to the airport and not be late. So I realized that I never really told you guys how I met my boyfriend, so I figured while I'm driving I could do that. So like I said, the reason I'm going out there is because we're celebrating our 1 year. And so a year ago, or actually a little over a year ago, so not this past October, but the October before, my brothers were attending college in Kentucky at the time. So there was like a homecoming weekend and like a family and friends weekend type deal, where everyone's family was invited to come out to support them for their game and just have some fun. And there was like games and stuff and things that the school had planned for the families that decided to come down. So my mom reached out to all of us in the family, was like, hey, like, or who wants to go, like, who's down to go? So me, my sisters, and my sister's husband drove down to Kentucky for this like family weekend thing. And so when we got there, we got to the school, we saw my brothers. They gave us like a little tour of the school, and it was during this tour of the school that I saw this guy, and I was like, now mind you, like, I am not close enough to him to see like his face. I just see that he's this tall, light-skinned guy, right? And so I'm just like, oh, like, he looks like he's cute. Like, this is just me assuming from far away. I was like, oh, he looks cute. And my mom's like, okay, we'll go over there, try to talk to him. And now, in this place in my life, I was not looking to be talking to anybody. I was perfectly content being single. I wasn't even interested in talking to anybody, just kind of over it, right? Or not wanting to have to deal with that. So I was just like, oh yeah, like, no, I'm just saying he's cute. I'm not trying to act on nothing. Like, it's not, no. And so we keep walking. They keep giving us a tour to school. We pass up like the cafeteria part. And it's kind of like where everybody's congregating at this point, like all the different families and stuff with the students. And we happened to be standing next to the guy that I was talking about, his mom. And so him and my mom just started talking, just because that's who my mom is. That's the kind of lady she is. She is gonna talk to whoever's around, right? So they start talking, and she starts telling her, like, oh yeah, like, his mom starts telling my mom, like, yeah, my son goes here, so me and my other son and whoever else is there, like, we just came to see him, blah blah blah. And my mom was like, oh, who's your son? And she points to the guy that I was talking about earlier, who I had mentioned was cute. And she was like, oh, well, is your son single? And his mom was like, yeah, he's single. And then my mom was like, oh, because my daughter thought he was cute. And his mom says, oh yeah, tell her to shoot her shot. So mind you, while this conversation's happening, I'm nowhere near her. I am over. There's this little dog, like the campus dog that's there. It's this little puppy, this little golden retriever, the cutest little thing. He has like all of my attention, right? Not concerned about the guy anymore. Like, it was thought that was there and then it was gone. That was it. So I'm just like, I'm playing with the dog or whatever. And then my mom finishes talking to his mom, and we just kind of keep going. And my mom's like, oh, I found out that the guy was single. And I was like, when did this happen? Like, when did you have the time to find out? Who did you talk to? And she was like, oh, we were actually standing next to like his mom, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh Lord, okay. I was like, well, like, if I see him, or if I so happen to see him later, maybe I'll go and get his information. So their game was that night, so we all went to the game. You know, they I believe they won. Yeah, they won. They won their game, so we go to see my brothers because they were playing in the game. So once the game was over, we went down, we went to go see them. We were like getting ready to like say our goodbyes or whatever for the night. And my mom and his mom started talking again. I don't know where or how they kept finding each other, but they started talking after the game. And I was like, oh, well, there he is. And they were like all pushing me. My sisters and my mom were like, yeah, go get his information. I'm like, I don't really want to. Like, I'm good. Like, I just made a comment. Probably shouldn't have made it because y'all are still on me about trying to go and get his information, right? But my sister's like, oh, well, if you're being scary, then I'll go get it. So she went up to him and asked for his Snapchat, and he gave it to her. And then she gave it to me. It was like, oh, I got it for you or whatever. And we left the next day. We drove our 16 hours back home. And that was that. And I believe I started talking to him like a week later, or I actually got I messaged him or something on Snapchat like a week later. And then we officially started dating in February. So we were talking from October to February, and then that's when I made the flight out to go and see him in New York, because at that point we hadn't had a conversation in person. Like, I had saw him in passing. I didn't really know what he looked like until like obviously we were talking, but I had never seen him in person. We hadn't had a conversation in person. So we planned to meet up in New York last year in February. And we met up in Times Square. It was really nice. I have like the whole video, so I'll insert that in from a year ago so that y'all can see like all of that and see Maya from a year ago.
Look back and say one final word as a... I don't know. It's way taller than she is.
nice. We met up in New York. We hung out. We had a good time. And I believe the first night, yes, because our anniversary is the 19th. So the first night that we were there, when we actually met up later on that night, when we were walking back to the hotel room, because my mom and my sisters went with me. We were walking back to the hotel room, and he was like, can I please talk to her like by myself? And so we went off a little ways past the hotel, and then that's when he asked me to be his girlfriend. And fun fact, that's also the first time that I was kissed, because I have never been kissed before. So it was a really nice, really beautiful moment between the two of us, and then we just kind of hung out for the rest of that week in New York, and it was really nice. A year later, which I promise you, I really was not planning to be dating anybody that was not in the cards, or I thought was in the cards for me for 2024. And then here I am in 2025 celebrating a year of dating him, and I love him with everything in me. He's a great man. And I'm just excited that I get to see him, because we are long distance. So the last time I saw him was for Thanksgiving, and it's now February, so it's been a little bit, maybe 3 months, almost 3 months, a little over it, or whatever that math is. So I'm really excited to see him, because it's been a long time, and to celebrate together both our anniversary and Valentine's Day, since Valentine's Day is first. And this will be the first Valentine's Day I get to celebrate with him in person, because last year it was just over the phone and we weren't even official yet, but he did ask me like a month before Valentine's Day to be his Valentine's. And this year I didn't want to be asked over the phone, so I asked if he could ask me in person whenever I went to see him. So that's all happening and going down later tonight or early tomorrow morning or something like that. But yep, that is the story of how we met in a nutshell. So I brought it down to 8 minutes for y'all, so I wasn't gonna be yapping about it all day. But that's where I'm going. I'm gonna go see my mans and celebrate our anniversary and Valentine's Day. All those things are happening, and I'm super excited. But I'm now going to the mall to get one of the gifts that I got for him, which I'll show y'all once I get it. So let's get to the mall. All right, so we're gonna do our best not to get distracted in here, because we are on a mission to get what we need and get out. So we're gonna do this as fast as is humanly possible and not get distracted. That's what I'm telling myself the entire time I'm in here. Don't get distracted, Maya. We have a mission, and we can do this. We can be in and out of here within the hour. That's the plan. To be done by 1 p.m. So let's see.
Around the same?
Okay, so we
Hi, how are you? So this is a gift for my boyfriend. I want to get it embroidered.
You cool with the curves, or you like them flat, or what is it?
I'm gonna say flat.
Right now, as far as snapbacks in blue, I have Strohs with the H on it. I have the baby blue.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
and figure this out.
Sorry, it's limited. We don't have got much for Christmas yet. So.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just really last minute too, so that's not helping.
These are some.
Yes.
These look good off.
All these ones? Okay.
You know, I like it when the hair's all big blue, yellow trim. You know, like the yellow. I have one.
Guys. Okay, so I got his hat. And I also got it embroidered. or like stitched with my name on it. Like that's a gift for him. But I like also customized it, so I'm super excited to see how it comes out. But I'm super nervous when it comes out of that kind of stuff because I'm like, oh, will he like it? Will he not? So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna get the rest of the things I need out of here because for them to finish it, it takes like another 20 to 25 minutes, which works because it falls into my time frame with how long I can be in here, because that took like 20 minutes in there. So by the time that's done and I go around and get everything else that I need, I should be set. So I'm getting the rest of my stuff, and then I only have 20 minutes for that, 20 to 25 minutes for that, and they were getting the heck out of Dodge because we gotta get back home. So I'm super excited. I really hope he likes it, because if he doesn't, then I'm gonna be really sad. It wasn't too crazy expensive, but I would really prefer if he liked it. So let me get the rest of my stuff, go pick up the hat, and then get out of here. So I did it. It's 1 o'clock. I made it out of, or I'm leaving, walking out of the mall currently. But I got everything. I got his hat. I got some of the stuff I needed. On my way home, I have to grab a few things, but other than that, I think we did pretty good with staying to the time. Now I have 1 more hour to get home, including grabbing the last few things that I need to get on my way home. So hopefully we can get all that done within the next hour, be home, finish packing, and hit the road to the airport. So let's see if we can get all that done. But I'm just proud of myself because I made it out of here, and it's 1 p.m. And like I said, I'm leaving out of here at 1, and that I did. So points for Maya. Guys, we're back in the car and we are headed home to finalize my packing. I got everything I needed and then some. I bought other things that I probably didn't need to buy, but I did anyway, so I have to like sub out clothes or whatever. But we did pretty good on time. It's 2:20. We're leaving my house at 3 to get to the airport because it's about an hour away, so I'll get there around 4, which gives me an hour in the airport to go through all of that stuff, like TSA and all that, whenever I get there. But I'm excited because it's been a very long day now. Like, I've been running since what time? 9:30 this morning, but I've been up since about 7:30, so it feels like it's been the longest day, and it's not even close to being done because now I'm about to fly for the next several hours. So I don't know if I should actually record during the week I'm with my boyfriend. Like I might get some like little videos while we're together with some of the things that we do. But for the most part, I'm gonna keep it chill. I might not do too much recording when I'm with him, just so I can actually spend time with him. I'm gonna go home and get something to eat because I just realized that I didn't eat this whole time because I was just going and making sure that I got everything that I needed by the time, or in the time frame that I wanted to get it all. So now that that's done, I'm like kind of like headaches. It's like, ooh, I should probably eat. So to go home and get something to eat, finish packing, zip up the bag, and head out. And my dad is taking me to the airport. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be heading out. So that gives me like a 10-minute window of making sure that everything gets packed up. And double check to make sure that nothing is forgotten. But I already know nothing's forgotten because that's why I packed today. So anything that I need to pack is everything that I bought while I was out. So I'm not concerned about missing anything. Go home, put it all in the suitcase, zip it up, hit the road, hit the airport, all alone. So far, actually, update. There's no longer snow or rain happening where my boyfriend lives at. So it's not gonna affect the flight at all. Thank Jesus for that, because I didn't want to be stuck in the airport and then just didn't want to be there. So the weather is holding up good on his end, so there for sure shouldn't be any delays or changes as far as the flight goes. So packing up my bag the last minute. It is all the stuff that I got today, but I'm going to show y'all the hat and how it came out. First off, I didn't know what I wanted, so that didn't help when it came down to picking it out. But
Here it is. It's a D for his name, and then my name is stitched on the side of it. That's one of his gifts. So I'm super excited about it, but this is it. But I'm gonna pack up everything else, and I bought something else to wear as my airport fit because I couldn't leave it. And Poppy is this really big thing right now. So I had bought a Poppy set. It says bring the Poppy flavor. Like what? It's so cute. So I bought that. I got all of my snacks for while I'm there. I got some lotion, I got a Genie, all of my some extra makeup products, a sweater and some t-shirts in here, and that's all my stuff. So I'm gonna hurry up and pack this up because